$4.8 billion lost to fraud. That's how much older Americans are paying.
So devastating that I don't even want to. I was sleeping so late because I don't want to get up.
They spent decades building a life together, a life filled with stability, dignity, and plans for the future. Carlos was a respected attorney. Irene was a passionate theater performer. They worked hard, they saved wisely, they did everything right. But none of that prepared them for what was coming. Today, at 78 and 75 years old, they are no longer thinking about retirement dreams. They are struggling just to survive.
The rug was pulled right out of from underneath us, and our whole life changed.
That moment, when everything collapsed, did not come with a warning. It came disguised as an opportunity. It started simply: a text message, a job offer, something that seemed legitimate, even promising. A software company offering remote work, flexible hours, and most importantly, financial returns. For many, especially seniors looking for security, this kind of offer feels like a blessing. And that is exactly what scammers count on.
There was from home. There was a kickback for investing. Once the deal went through, you get the big money.
It sounded convincing, professional, safe. But behind the scenes, it was a carefully constructed trap. Step by step, the scammers gained Carlos's trust. They did not rush. They guided, they reassured, and then they persuaded.
I found the papers, for the withdrawals that he was making, the wire transfers to Indonesia, to Pakistan.
4 separate trips to the bank, multiple wire transfers, each one draining more of their life savings, until finally there was nothing left. $500,000. Gone. Just like that.
Well, $500,000. I feel so stupid. I'm supposed to be doing stuff like this.
But this is not stupidity. It is manipulation. It is psychological warfare. And it is happening more than ever before. For Irene, the emotional weight has been just as devastating as the financial loss. When your sense of safety is shattered, even waking up becomes difficult. Now, the couple is living a reality they never imagined. A reality where survival means sacrifice.
December and January, I sold a lot of my jewelry, most of my jewelry. I sold most of my clothes.
Personal belongings, memories, pieces of a life once full, all sold just to stay afloat. And their story is far from unique. According to the FBI, cases like this are rising at an alarming rate. Behind these crimes are highly organized networks, experts in deception. They do not just steal money, they exploit emotions.
So they prey not just on maybe a diminished mental acuity, they'll prey on your feelings. And a call might come into a grandparent saying that their grandchild has been kidnapped, and if you don't wire money, $1,000, let's say, or another amount, that they will be harmed.
Fear, urgency, love. These are the tools scammers use. And now they have become even more dangerous. With the rise of artificial intelligence, scams are evolving. Voices can be cloned. Messages can sound real. Even a loved one's voice can be faked. That means anyone can become a target at any time. Authorities are fighting back, creating awareness campaigns, launching new operations, trying to stay one step ahead of criminals who are constantly adapting. But there is a painful truth. Once the money is gone, it is often gone forever. Still, there is some support available. Programs designed to help victims recover, not just financially, but emotionally.
We'll connect that older person to the crime victims compensation board. We'll complete the application for them. We'll walk them through the process. And in addition to that, we'll refer them to other agencies to compensate for some of the financial loss.
Because healing from something like this takes more than money. It takes time, support, and courage. Experts say seniors are especially vulnerable, not because they are careless, but because they come from a different time. A time where trust meant something. Values that once protected them are now being used against them. Back in their Manhattan home, Carlos and Irene are facing more than just financial hardship. They are dealing with aging, health challenges, and an uncertain future. It is a question no one wants to ask, especially after a lifetime of doing everything right. But despite everything, they have made a powerful choice to speak out, to share their story, to turn their pain into a warning for others, because silence only helps the scammers. Awareness is the only defense. No faces, no names, just destruction left behind. Yet even after everything, Carlos and Irene are slowly finding their strength again, day by day, step by step, rebuilding not just their finances, but their voices, their dignity, their lives. Because this story is not just about loss, it is about resilience. It is about speaking up, even when it hurts. And most importantly, it is about making sure no one else has to go through the same nightmare. So the next time you get a message, a call, or an offer that sounds too good to be true, pause, think, verify. Because in today's world, trust can be weaponized, and one moment of belief can cost everything.